Hey everyone, I just wanted to send out this video to say thank you for all of your support and condolences through this past week. And I can't even believe that it has now been a week since my mother has passed away. um, So those of you that were able to come and say your respects, I really appreciate it. I'm also sending this video out to just say uh, thank you for all the support and the phone calls and the messages to those who also weren't able to make it. I understand life gets in the way and you can't always make it. So, but I know you were all there in spirit, and I appreciate that. Um, don't ever be afraid to text me or message me, especially during these times. I, I could use some talking, and and yeah, and you guys have already given me a bunch of support, so I don't need to say that I need support because you guys are giving it to me, and I thank you for that. Um, I also want to send a late thank you to all the birthday wishes. I didn't get a chance to thank all of you just because it's been one heck of a holiday. Just say that. Um, and I thought for those of you that weren't able to come and say your respects uh, at the wake and be at the funeral, I I have prepared a little speech about her. I said it on Friday for those of you who were there on Friday. Uh, Now you have a video of it. You can share it, keep it for yourself. You have my permission. Um, so for those of you that weren't able to be there, I thought I would say it for you guys on video. So here it goes. I have thought about this moment often, but I thought I had a few more years before actually arriving today. She had been sick and suffering for a long time. She tried best not to show it, but I could always tell. She usually said, I can always tell and see how she's feeling. She said that was one of my gifts. No matter how much she was hurting or suffering, she never let it get her down. She was never the type to just lay in bed and sulk on her problems. She would always get up and try to do things the best she could. She would even ask me to set her alarm clock so she wouldn't sleep all day. My dad always called her a tough old broad. I'll never forget how she took care of me growing up since I had so many issues of my own. She always said that think of the serenity prayer if things would get me down. She gave up so much, but she always told me that I was never a burden. She taught me how to be positive and to look at the world through different eyes. To keep my chin up and to not let anything get me down. She always stood up all night with me studying, making sure that I would pass the test, make sure that I was confident and felt good enough that I would be able to pass the test. She always looked out for me. If I was ever teased or hurt by kids, she would be on full attack mode, wanting to defend me. I got stung by a bee and yelled in pain. She took off her shoe and called the bee an SOB as she was smashing it with her shoe. Anytime I was down in the dumps or depressed, we would have these sessions called Go to the Couch, where we would sit at the couch and talk out my problems until I felt better. One of my favorite memories is hearing about how my mom and dad met. My mom was a nurse, my dad was a pharmacist. My dad asked my mom out, and she shockingly said yes. The reason why she was shocked is because she thought he was the crabbiest pharmacist she ever met. And to tell you the truth, that hasn't changed much to this day. I'm teasing. He's really a good guy. She always looked out for the best in people. Even for a time she saw bad in someone, later she would switch right back to seeing the good. She always stuck up for people. There are a lot of things that I would give her a hard time about. It's a time we were all in a hotel room together, and light shone through the window of the hotel, and she would say to my dad, "Shut that light off." My dad would say, "It's the sun." She would say, "Shut that light off." She said, "That's the sun." She would go, "Well, that's rude." And there was a time that we were ordering coffee, and I was ordering a frappuccino, and she thought I said a crappuccino. She said, "What's a crappuccino?" Even the barista looked at her like, what did she just say? And there was another time when we were teasing her, and she couldn't think of the term of a knuckle sandwich, and it said ham sandwich. But it was all in sharing laughter and good times, even if she didn't always see it that way. She was our rock and glue that held this family together. I don't always know if she knew how much I listened, but who could blame her? How many kids actually listen to their parents? I did what I thought was my best to let her know how much she taught me and molded me into the man I've become today. If she didn't listen then, I hope she's listening to every word I'm saying now. I love you, Mom. Always and forever. Thank you. So that's what I said the day of her funeral, which was Friday. So now you guys have a piece of what went on that day. I'd like to, well, reenact the funeral for you, but that's kind of impossible. And that kind of sounds kind of morbid, but I think you guys know what I mean. I am going to post this video on YouTube. It's under Raymond Silhan. So those of you that want to share this video with people that you know and don't have a YouTube account, or excuse me, not YouTube account, Facebook account, or because this is originally going to go on Facebook, feel free to share it or even just watch it on YouTube. So thank you very much again for all your support and blessings and prayers. I will always remember them. My dad too. So I hope to hear from you all soon and keep in touch and take care. God bless. Thanks again.